individual speech, and the second one is debate, group debate, and the third one is skit. I would like to invite Saul tonight first to speak, and the topic is called the real beauty. You will understand after this one. You will understand what is real beauty. Okay. Let's join me.
Good evening, everybody. I'm so excited to be here. Okay. My name is Saul tonight. The topic for today is the real beauty. Some of the ideas are inspired from YouTube video clips. Every girls want to look pretty and beautiful, and every guys want to look smart and handsome. So, when you hear the word beauty, what are appearing in your mind? Do you think about your physical appearance, or your body, or your fashion? Okay, do you think a person who is tall with fit or sexy body possesses the real beauty? Or do you think a person who is fashionable can use a lot of expensive branding items own the real beauty? No, they are not, because they are just the temporary beauty, and one day they all will go. But the real beauty never. It lasts forever in the memory of other people. No matter who you are, what you do, where you're from, and no matter if you're male or female, no matter if you're black or white, you are beautiful, as long as you lend a hand to someone who needs it. It doesn't mean you need to give a big hand. Just remember, even your little smile, somebody loves to see it. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who was a former president of India and also known as the Messiah of India, said that I'm not handsome, but I can give my hand to someone who needs help. That is real beauty. Because beauty is not in your face, not in your body, but always in your heart.
Please welcome Mitan to give a speech about
the students. So I'm going to share some of the idea and experience that I learned throughout my life. And I think open-minded is a very important attitude for us as students, and because in our life we argue with each other all the time, right? So we can't get angry and we can't get offended with that, right? See, when we argue, when we talk about things, so we talk about idea, right? So we are not attacking person. So first we have to separate idea from the person. So if we can do that, so that's wonderful, right? So anytime that we have somebody disagree with us, so we don't have to get angry, right? Because the person is not attacking you. It's just arguing for the idea, right? For the sake of idea. And another thing that I want to share is we have to be critical. Okay, so we can't take anything for granted, right? So just because they agree with us, that doesn't mean that we are right, right? Just somebody disagree with us, that doesn't mean that we are wrong, right? We have to be critical, we have to explore, we have to listen to different perspectives, and we have to listen to people who disagree with us as well, right? And another point I want to say is we also need to get out of our comfort zone as well, right? We can't just hang out with people who like us or who agree with us all the time, right? And we have to be suspicious if we see someone who agrees with us all the time, right? And we need to think why the person disagree with me all the time, right? And so we need to get out and engage with people who disagree with us too, so that we can hear the different perspective, the different point of view, and so that we can learn and we can grow. And so open-minded is a good way for us to learn and to understand the world around us. And I think we all should welcome the different view and different perspective and all different kinds of ideas, even though we don't like it. Right? And we can't just lock ourselves from one type of idea or ideology, right? So that might imprison our mind, right? And it's like we put limit to our life, right? So we won't explore anymore. So we can't do that, right? So we need to keep our mind open and explore and try. And that is how we learn and we grow, right? And so thank you very much.
To hear soon. And I would like to invite Gong San Seng. Please help me to welcome him. Thank you.
The key term of the motion before I begin my speech. At the conceptual level, capitalism is defined as an economic and political system under which freedom is granted to conduct economic activity by private owners with little or no interference from the state. Here I want to highlight the word freedom. It may be very appealing and attractive to us, right? Freedom. But when that theory talking about freedom is put into practice, it means a lot of things, many things. Under capitalism, individuals with capitals and selective talent are allowed to pursue material wealth relentlessly. As a result, it creates a lot of implication on how our society is organized and function and how we interact with our environment. Some may claim that this is the capitalism that has aligned our society in terms of wealth, technology, and freedom. But when we pay close attention to how our society has come to where we are, we realize that the very wealth, technology, and freedom we claim that we enjoy perpetuate the inequality, hunger, and poverty that many people are exposed to around the world. We may have different perspectives on human rights, but when it comes to human dignity, we can reach and access it easily. So what is human dignity? A sick man should not, we can agree that a sick man should not die just because he or she cannot afford medicine. So everything is privatized under capitalism. So even basic necessity that is necessary for us to maintain our dignity. So under this freedom, a cancer patient, Miss Amina in the US, cannot accept life-saving medicine. Under this freedom, a rape victim, Zara in India, cannot accept PET because it is beyond her affordability. Under this system, an Indian farmer, Abdullah Faisal Rauf, committed suicide because he couldn't escape from the death trap. So this is how capitalism failed us by taking the very necessity that we need to maintain our human dignity. Thank you.
I would like to invite another speaker, and the topic is called "Why Not Me?" Oh, this is very interesting. And please welcome No Sam.
Good evening, greetings to all of you. It is an absolute honor to be here in front of all of you and to give a humble speech. The name on the topic of my speech is Why Not Me? Anyway, I'm not gonna sing a song, but I'm gonna give a speech. Not long ago, after watching the movie, Why Not This Beauty, and I started to ask myself, why not me? Because the body of this actor is really attractive and has a very beautiful six pack. Anyway, I'm not gay by saying that. And then I started to ask myself, why not me? If we can get a kind of six pack, why not me? And I started working out after that every single day. But anyway, not in the gym, but in the region close to our dormitory. And at the moment when I do not have like a stunning body like it, but I do have six pack anyway. Actually, by doing exercise, we will not only get a fit body, but we will also have we will also keep ourselves in good health, physically and mentally. Scientifically, it has a real impact on our body. According to the neuroscientists, when the Suzuki, the professor at university, working out can really help us physically and emotionally. For instance, it can prevent us from the disease like Alzheimer's, something that can destroy our memories and thinking ability. And more importantly, as a student, we need to work out more in order to balance our study and our health. And finally, I would like to say, why not you? The one who owns gorgeous and stunning, wonderful and healthy and sexy body.
The topic is called being single is better than being in relationship.
Why I agree with being single. So I have 3 points today. One is being in a relationship could be immature. For example, single people more have grown on life experience than people who are in a relationship, which they probably could depend on the partner more than themselves. And another point is freedom. Freedom word is, I think, will be more impact to the people who are want to be single, because they allow themselves to enjoy their free time and then to meet with new people. But when you are in a relationship, you probably have a limitation. You cannot do this and you cannot do that. So that's probably somehow a big thing why people want to be single. And another point is relationship could be toxic as well. Some relationship could be right. Some relationship could be aggressive. Sometimes they hit their partner, and then sometimes when the people break up, they probably also not gonna have a good connection after.
I disagree with that because I think being in relationship is better because one, in a relationship there is someone who cares for you, support you. It's like when you will do something and there is someone who will be with you and support you and listen to you, because not everything that you can talk to your friends or to your family. Yes, and then another point is relationship give life energy and vibrancy. For example, your boyfriend or girlfriend will tell you to study hard, then they will encourage you like, you can do it, darling, try it, and then we work. More motivation is study hard. And then the last point is relationship fulfill our emotional need through romantic love, which cannot be given by your friends or family.
So I believe that as a human in deep inside us, we all have a romantic love and we all need romantic moments. So that's why this love.
Lastly, I disagree that yes, relationships can be toxic and there can be stress, but that does not mean your stress will just disappear if you are single. Stress and conflict in relationships happen not just in romantic relationships, but also with your friends and your family. So instead of
So the other team has just mentioned about the benefits of having a relationship, but I disagree with that statement, because when they say that being in a relationship is that you can have someone who cares of you, but you cannot tell that whether your partner is abusive or not, because you cannot tell their inner characteristics from the facial expressions or outer expressions like that. And when they say about encouragement and emotional needs, I think being single doesn't mean that you are alone or apart, but you can still have your family as your source of support, and also the source of energy and encouragement. Because by the way, our top priority is still relies on family itself rather than relationship. And they also mentioned that for relationship they have full capability to support. But I want to ask, but my stance will be all the capabilities, but first of all we must have the capability to support yourself first, rather than to support your own partner, because we are still teenagers, or some of them maybe just over 20s. They still have their studies or jobs to feed themselves as well. So if you can't support yourself, how do you support your partner, and how to give your partner a life with happiness and fortune?
Our opponents reply to our points. So they said, so we look for more freedom. So we are the people.
That doesn't mean that we are going to jail. We still have freedom.
No.
It means we have more than that. So we can share to other people. That doesn't mean that like you lost your freedom, you rely on somebody.
For that part, I must disagree, because there is absolutely the restriction for this relationship. When you're with someone else, and you have no more time for yourself at night.
We still have time, so we give our spare time to other people. So we have more time, so we give to them. Then we take care of them. So it means that we have more freedom, more time, then so we give to the one that we love. It doesn't mean that we rely on somebody. Or you know what, in that time when we fall in love with another person.
You're not denying your partner. What I'm saying is you lose your time. But if you're single, you have more time to spend your time.
If you are in a relationship, and it doesn't mean that you lost your time. Then someone will take it off. You hey darling, go do that. So it is automatically will take it off. You don't need to think about yourself.
I'm sorry to cut you, but you have to
in the morning you are here, hey darling, hello, something like that.
You have to address the point of the rebuttal. You said that we are overlooking the happiness if it is with someone else. This is absolutely not true.
Every place. It doesn't mean that being single. So as long as you are falling in love in a relationship, you still have happiness.
No.
Yeah, you still have some happiness. You know that today many people commit suicide because of they don't have a relationship.
No, I know.
There are many people commit suicide in this world.
I know many people who commit suicide because of the partner.
But if you say a relationship, you are not going to find someone for you. So you just blame relationship is bad. But at least, you have to think about that. Without relationship, we will not be here on this planet. Relationship is the step of marriage. Without relationship, no human being on this planet.
They have the more time to spend on their side. They have the more autonomy. They have more independence. They have more knowledge. That's why they will not take over. And the United Nations
he was also single. That's why he could come up with his theory. And now it's actually the
We believe that single is better because relationship you feel good at the beginning, but then you feel no good at the end. So people choose to be single because people love freedom, especially for the young generation. They need independence, and they don't need to depend on other people, their partner. And also they need time to become more mature in terms of individual growth. So also for the third point is that relationships can touch to people. And then you get hurt and pain from your relationship. So for our point is that we believe that single people are they are strong enough to live happily and they enjoy their life without depending on each other, because we born alone and we die alone. Thank you.
Relationship is toxic. You know what we will do? We will drink that toxic sweet happily, because that will make us more live longer, happier, and we can have a happy life with the relationship. I would like to suggest you that you are now only around 20. You still have a chance to bring that toxic together. And then, you know what? In 3 days, there is a day which is Valentine's Day, which is people love like flowers, chocolate, and you won't have chance to eat chocolate. Relationship is better than single life. Thank you.
The topic is called War is necessary to achieve peace.
Hello, my name is Min Chong. I am from the student, the first year student. Today we are going to discuss about why is necessary for the peace.
I guess we understand because the war is just an option, and also the human tragedies. We fought many battles in the past. We have lost thousands of lives, millions of refugees, and have education and health system destroyed. Civil liberty lost, environmental destruction, and even fire effect. However, people do not.
Without peace, there is no peace. So, as the first point, I will talk about peace. Peace doesn't come from war. Peace. You must say that without war, there is no peace. Okay. You mentioned the second point is civil war, and you mentioned civil war in the United States. Because of civil war, they became peaceful society, civil war society. But I don't think so that the war only contribute to war, because just look at in Europe, we have quite about 70 years, the war is still going on, people still dying. The war only contribute to disaster human, genocide and other massacres, and people kill recklessly to each other. And also another one is the Benin War. Benin War is it's like proxy war. The powerful countries, they only want to exploit another countries, like the weak countries. So they can have a lot of profits, like the proxy war, they just want to create. So that is the war not only create war, disaster, and also create poverty as well. So for like I remember, our country has been suffering for 70 years war. In the past, we have Myanmar is one of the richest countries in Southeast Asia, but now one of the poorest country in Southeast Asia as well, in the war as well. So I totally disagree with the idea of the war.
after the war end, we have a conflict in their mind from the reception of the winner, right? But we are not agree, as we seen in the past of the Vietnam-Cambodia wars. The result in the end of Pol Pot's reign of terror, thanks to the Vietnamese to intervention to overthrow him. So that is the way to stop the aggressive or cheating government, right? Or you can see as a Korean War, nowadays they are all separated and no side to make a war, or they already decide not to make it. So finally, it will be have the peace that we already discussed. Or you can see in the American Revolutionary War that Thomas Jefferson, he said all men are free. But finally, he was so afraid to lose the support from the southern state, and they leave the problems come to be a trouble in American Civil War finally. Then American Civil War is a result in abolition of the sovereignty and meaning of restructuring Iraq. So that's it.
There are absence of physical conflict between the two parties, or how do you define peace? Even if there is no war or there is no conflict, but let's say that you are bullied by others, that there is no conflict, real physical conflict between the two parties. You cannot say that there is a peace between them, even though there is no real war between us, right?
Peace is not a peace that we need a war, you know? Okay, what about if the fight is? There's a lot of consequence. Let's look at the example in World War I. How many people died here? 40 million. World War II, there's 85 million. So it's a lot of there's so many consequences because they want a peace, they don't want a war. The war is many positive, many people die.
Yeah, we also want peace, but in terms of having war to get rid of those terrorists and those people who are bullying others back, so that you will have a real peace.
Yeah. Okay, if you doesn't want you can use your power.
Yeah.
No, if you we need to dig this out in the culture, of course. Okay, I love you. Can you occupy the body? No. Okay, so cute, I love you.
So how can you
So to conclude this, I think that what we're trying to say is that war is a necessary evil that we have to. It's in our natural habit to wage conflict. Without conflict, which, for example, as mentioned before, the Cambodian-Vietnam War, right? You guys all know Pol Pot. So would you rather stay in a regime that is so terrible, or would you rather fight for your freedom with blood? I think it's necessary for us to have war in order to achieve peace. Thank you.
To conclude our conversation, taking an arm is not going to bring a peace, it's going to cause a violence, because most of the people die because of the wars. Also, most of the people lose their hope, their opportunity, their belief because of the war. For me, war is really bad. If war is a good, that means killing is peacefully. No one wins in war in any way. So war is not a race or is a killing competition. That's why I totally disagree with the statements. Thank you.
Now I would like to invite a group to perform skit. It's called University Professors and Their Students.
Ooh. Is there anyone here? Where's school? You better be sick, dead, or miracle. Here. Oh man. Why didn't you answer me when I said it first time? For real, I said like 4 times already. Why didn't you say it when I said the first time? Ugh. Because it's pronounced L. Son of a bitch! You don't mess it up, L. No, oh, sorry. You take your ass down to the senior roller's office and tell her exactly what you did. Who? Senior roller. Principal Shelley Woodland? Get the fuck out of my classroom! And before I bring my foot in your ass, it's subordinate and cherish. Right. Saitoma. Present. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The person talks about capitalism as bias.